Craig, what has it been like today to just see everybody wearing these Forever 23 T-shirts around?
Yeah, it's sad because it kind of hits home, I think, a little more. But in the other way, we want to honor Ryno the best we can, and shine a spotlight on a great life lived, and for all the great things that he represented as a man and as a Chicago Cub.
You were so articulate last night afterwards about Ryno. It seems like it really came from the heart, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's funny, there was all the questions or whatever, but I was thinking about the day that the statue was unveiled, and that's my favorite day as a Chicago Cub. Just with the team being there and the fans, in a different setting than in the ballpark, and watching Ryno with his family, and knowing what he was going through and everything. You feel like your job is to win baseball games, but your job is to bring people together too. And there's more rewards in bringing people together like that. And that was a fun day.
What have these last 24 hours been like in terms of sharing stories about him and things like that? I mentioned.
Yeah, I think that's what happens, and I think they're fun stories. And anytime you have somebody who is such a great player and such a great person, when you come in contact with Ryno, you have a story because of that. And so, he was a quiet man, but he still, he somehow lit up a room as a quiet man, which is, I think, says everything.
That's surreal. Obviously, you don't even make an impact, but even over the last 24 hours, to see how far his reach was, to see the magnitude of the amount of people in the baseball world, outside the baseball world, it's kind of surreal to just see.
I think that's the recognition of a great life lived. Simple as that. It really is. That's how it works, and I think we a lesson to probably say it while they're around, but we learned a lot, and we were, like I said, grateful for his presence, because when you're going through cancer, to go put on a uniform and walk out on the field and hopefully laugh with the guys and take part in our meetings and have fun with them, we were lucky. We were very lucky.
How difficult is it still for you to talk to a Chris Flexen and tell him that he's been designated for assignment after what he did?
Yeah, that was wasn't a fun conversation. It never is, but I think Chris has been a contributor on this team, and he's contributed in some big ways to this team. And sometimes it doesn't feel fair. And I think this was, we made a decision. We got to move forward with it. But I think when somebody's made that level of contribution, it's certainly difficult.
Do you feel like this battle with the Brewers is just going to continue kind of like this back and forth all the way to the end?
Yeah, it seems to be that way. There's a lot of baseball games left, but it's a good team, and so we know they're going to win a lot of games, and it's going to challenge us to win a lot of games, and usually things of that nature go down to the last week of the season. That'll be fun.
Do you get uptight after your two best pitchers have wonky starts in a row? We know it's a baseball season, a lot of different things can happen, but they've been so good that it's kind of an odd thing, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of the opposite, Bruce. It makes you realize how good they are, and it just makes you realize like how fine like the major league game is, like how good you really have to be to have success, and even like the most talented people and players, when they are off, like it doesn't work, or it's not going to be their best effort, and the other team's probably going to get them. So yeah, it makes you realize how good they've been, and when you go into Yankee Stadium and throw 8 shutout innings and make it look really easy, and then it's just every pitch feels like a grind. It makes you appreciate the good stuff, really.
The reports on J-Mo's bullpen.
Good, yeah, everything went just the way we wanted it to. He's in good shape, so looking at a Saturday start in Iowa.
Can we view a move like the one for Flexen as a possibility of opening up some room for the trades that everybody is trying to make for you guys here over the next 3 days?
I mean, we made a move to get a fresh pitcher in. That's the move right now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in 3 days.
Craig, for you personally, how tough is this year been for you to lose Ryne and lose Bob during the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think you try to see the good things in this, and you're grateful for the friendships, and you're grateful for the impact that they had on you. I think that's the way they would want it. So that's the way you try to look. That's the way I try to think about it.